Good morning, children. Today I am explaining about reproduction. Okay, reproduction is one of the life process. You know that. What is the meaning of reproduction? It gives giving new generations. Okay, so it is helpful for perpetuation of race. Is it correct? Yes, you know that. So here reproduction is helpful for increasing generations. Okay, one generation to another generation, number of generations. Okay. So here reproduction is two types. How many types of reproduction? Two types. First, asexual reproduction and sexual reproduction. Asexual reproduction means without gametes. Without gametes. Okay. Here there is no use of gametes. That one is called as asexual reproduction. Sexual reproduction means here using of gametes, male and female gametes. That one is sexual reproduction. Asexual reproduction, here no use of gametes and they are getting from body parts. Okay, so that one is asexual reproduction. In previous class, you know that number of examples in asexual reproduction. Okay, what is the first example? Binary fission. What is that? Binary fission. Binary fission. Okay, first method is binary fission. Okay, binary fission. And the second example, so this is the first example. Second example is budding. What is the second example? Budding. Budding. Okay. It is a one method of asexual reproduction. Binary fission is one method of asexual reproduction. What are the examples in binary fission? Amoeba, paramecium, euglena, etc. They are aquatic organisms and they are unicellular organisms. Okay. And next, budding. Budding means what is the budding? There gives rise new buds. Okay, parental organism gives rise new buds, and afterwards new buds are developing. Whenever developing new buds, they are separating from parental body. Afterwards, they have individual life. So that is the method of budding. Okay. Here example yeast. Yeast cells. What is the example? Yeast cells. Okay. So that is the second method. And third method is fragmentation. What is the third method? Fragmentation. Fragmentation. Okay. Fragmentation means here one organism is there. That organism having a long structure. Okay. Their body is long structure and they having some fragments. Okay. There are some dividing parts like these dividing parts otherwise called as fragments. What we call fragments. Okay. Whenever develop these fragments, afterwards they are dividing from parental body. This is the one of the parental body. So here sometimes they are dividing from parental body. Afterwards they are having individual life. Okay. So this method is called as fragmentation. Okay. What are the examples? Here so many organisms are there. Okay. For example, spirogyra, bread mold. You know that bread mold. Okay, bread mold. And lichens, etc. They are the examples in fragmentation. Okay, children. Here fragments mean the body part. Okay, they are fragments like there are some dividing parts like okay. They are dividing from any part of the body. Okay, not only one side, they are separating from any part of the body. That method is called as fragmentation. Okay, children. Here, what are the examples? Here, examples of spirogyra, bread mold, lichens, etc. So this is one method of fragmentation. And fourth one is pragnogenesis. What that means? Pragnogenesis. Okay, so it is a one method of asexual reproduction. Parthenogenesis. What is that? Parthenogenesis. Okay, children. So this is the one method of asexual reproduction. In this method, parthenogenesis, generally it is one of the sexual reproduction takes place by fusion of haploid gametes. They are developing afterwards diploid. Okay, diploid means zygote. Okay. Actually, parthenogenesis means sometimes they are dropping from sexual to asexual. They are dropping from sexual to asexual. Okay, here first of all they are having sexual, afterwards they are dropping from asexual method. Okay, in which method then? Parthenogenesis. Okay, here not only having in permanent sexual, they are dropping from sexual to asexual. Okay, afterwards here actually sexual mean they are having fertilization. Whenever having fertilization, those cells are forming as zygote. Okay, but here there is no fertilization. Okay, before fertilization, those cells are called those cells are called as haploid cells. Okay, without fusion. Okay, so without fusion they are otherwise they are called as haploid. Okay, and again one more thing, before fusion we call like haploid cells. Haploid means single cells. What that mean? Single cells. And after fertilization, they are forming as diploid cell. Okay, children. Diploid means when did having diploid? Whenever having fertilization, that cell having diploid. Diploid means they gather new cell. Okay, they are adding new cell. That's why it is called as diploid cell. Okay, here certainly in this case organism develop directly from unfertilized gametes. Unfertilized gametes. Okay, children. What I said before, the first point, sometimes they are dropping from sexual to asexual. Sexual to asexual. Asexual means here unfertilized gamete. Unfertilized gamete. Unfertilized gamete is changing as some of the another cell. What that? Another cell mean another organism like. They are forming as other organism like. Okay, which is that unfertilized gamete. Unfertilized gamete. And next here this actually parthenogenesis commonly in lower organisms. What are those lower organisms? Algae and Spirogyra. Okay, algae and Spirogyra. There is no sexual, they having asexual. Asexual means they are dividing body parts. Okay, in previous example what did Spirogyra dividing from body part. So they are also having such type of organisms. Okay, what are those? Spirogyra and algae. Spirogyra and algae. Okay, Spirogyra and algae. Those organisms are having parthenogenesis. Children, here parthenogenesis definition. What the definition? The process of development of young ones from unfertilized gametes. Unfertilized gametes. Okay. So here in this process, organisms are developing from unfertilized gamete. Okay, unfertilized gamete means male. Here male and female are there. They are separating. Whenever they are separating, we call like unfertilized gametes. Okay, so in this method, those organisms are developing from unfertilized ovum. That process is called as parthenogenesis. Examples in so many species are there: ants, bees, and wasps. They are developing from unfertilized ovum, or otherwise unfertilized cells. Okay. And they are developing to unfertilized ovum into male. In some are developing unfertilized ovum, female or male. Okay, male and female both are unfertilized ovum. Whenever having separate, they are both we are called as unfertilized ovum. In male cell also unfertilized ovum, and female cell also unfertilized cell or sperm cell. Okay, so here in female what we call ovum. In male, sperm cell, unfertilized ovum. In female, unfertilized sperm cell in male. Okay, they are developing such kind of organisms. What are those? Another one, ants. Okay, and bees, and wasps. Okay, so these organisms are developing from unfertilized cell. Okay, and children, next another one here some seedless fruits. Nowadays we are seeing so many types of fruits. What type of that? Seedless fruits. You know that watermelon. Okay. Actually watermelon having large numbering of seeds. But nowadays there is no large numbering. Only few seeds only there. Okay. And some fruits are seedless. What is another example of seedless? Grapes. Okay, you know that. So they are developing in these method, through this method. What the name of that? Parthenogenesis. Whenever having seedless fruits, we call like parthenographic fruits. Parthenographic fruits. Parthenographic fruits mean seedless fruits. They are also developing from unfertilized cells. Okay, unfertilized cells. What are the unfertilized cells? Here two are there. What are the two? Male and female. If suppose they are developing from, sometimes they are developing female cell, unfertilized cell, and sometimes they are developing from male cell. Okay, what is the male? Sperm cell. Okay, so they are called as parthenogenesis. What the name of the method? Parthenogenesis. Okay, children. So this is the one of the different method in asexual reproduction. Okay, what is the first? Binary, second budding, third fragmentation, and fourth parthenogenesis. Parthenogenesis means first of all some organisms are having sexual. So sometimes they are dropping from sexual to asexual. Sexual to asexual. Okay. So their kind of organisms are developing in this method. Okay. Children, next method, regeneration method. After parthenogenesis, what is the next method in asexual? Regeneration. Say what is the meaning of regeneration? Regenerating. Regenerating. Again gives rise. Okay. For example, whenever some plants, okay, in plants, whenever cut the stem, again there gives rise new branches like that. So that is a regeneration. Okay, regeneration in plants. Now regeneration in organisms. Regeneration in organisms. Organisms also having regenerated. Okay, for example, some higher animals, whenever they are lost their body parts, at the time they are not developing. Okay, is it correct? But some organisms are developing their body parts. Whenever lost, they are developing. Okay, so that method is called as regeneration. See here, many organisms have ability to give rise new individual organisms from their body parts. So if the individual is somehow to cut or broken into many pieces, these pieces grow into separate individuals. This is a similar to fragmentation. In the previous example, what is that? Fragmentation. In Spirogyra, their body having large number of fragments. Large number of fragments like this. Okay, so these large number of fragments are there. These large number of fragments divided into number of parts. Okay, if suppose you are having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 fragments are there. These the body part divided into 7 pieces. Those 7 pieces again they are having individual life. They are developing again they are new fragments. Okay, this is the one method of regeneration. Okay, in smaller organisms. Such kind of condition having in other organisms. Okay, for example, lizard. Do you know lizard? Okay, lizard, whenever their tail lost, at the time after few days again they are regenerating. Okay, regenerating. So tail means what is that? Their body part. So the body part whenever broken, afterwards again they are regenerating. Okay, so that is the example of regeneration. And the next one more example, earthworm. Earthworm, you know that earthworm. Where we live earthworm? In moist soil. Okay, in moist soil earthworms are there. So whenever earthworm, you take one earthworm and whenever their body part divided into 2 pieces. Suppose the earthworm is there like this. Whenever cut into 2 pieces. Afterwards, again this last part and again this first part again developing. So afterwards they are having 2 organisms like, so they are having individual life. So here regenerating, this part also again completed. Okay, so this one is one example of regeneration. Okay, children. And another example, next starfish. Okay, starfish are there. They are having some of the angles. Whenever cut one of the angle, at that time again gives rise. Again they are developing. So this is called as regeneration. Okay, children. So these are examples in regeneration. What is the first example? Lizard. And second, earthworm. And the next third, starfish. Okay, they are having regeneration method. Okay, regeneration method. So this is one of the asexual reproduction. One method of asexual reproduction. Children, next method, vegetative propagation. Okay, vegetative mean, what is the meaning of vegetative? They are having plants, and again the body parts of plant. Body parts of plant mean stem, leaves, roots. Okay, and they are the body parts of plant. Propagation mean, what is the meaning of propagation? Spreading. Okay, they are spreading, they are developing. Their number increases, otherwise their number increases. That one is called as propagation. What is that? Propagation. Okay, children, here two methods are there: natural propagation and artificial propagation. Natural and artificial. But both are having vegetative propagation. Both methods are belongs to vegetative propagation. Artificial mean not only chemicals. Okay, they are also just some man-made with the help of man. So they are belongs to vegetative propagation. Okay, here natural propagation, so many examples are there. What are the examples? Here natural examples, first leaves. Okay, those plants are developing from leaves. Okay, first part is leaves, and the second one roots. Sorry, second one stems. Okay, what is the first part? Leaves, and the second one stem, and the third one stolons. Okay, and the next bulbs, and the fourth example is bulb, and the next fifth combs, and the sixth rhizome, and etc. So many are there. So they are the examples in natural propagation. Okay, natural. What are the parts of natural? Leaves, stems, stolon, bulbs, combs, rhizome, etc. Okay, so they are the body parts of plant. Okay, those plants are developing these from these parts. Okay, leaves, sometimes leaves. Some of the plants have leaves to capacity gives rise to new plant, and another example stem, and another stolon, bulb, combs, and rhizome, etc. Okay, children, these are the examples. Okay, so they are the examples in vegetative propagation. So many examples are there. Okay, children, so you should practice the table and examples. Okay, and remaining topics next we will discuss next class. Okay, children, thank you.